I'm your guy, man, Ledge, along with my esteemed co-host, the one and only voice of the West, Nico from NicoTV. We are here. Somebody said Hidden Hood, Cuban Hood. That was lawyer. You're becoming
What up, though?
more
What
and
up, though? What
more.
up, though?
You're
Oh, real
becoming.
quick before we start off, man, I gotta say this because it's important to me. Rest in peace to Shock G, Digital
Absolutely.
Underground. That was a big loss in hip hop. One of the he had a very original style, timeless music. I mean, what the things that they did during their time and their prime, man, is powerful. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you lose hip hop legends, man, you definitely want to show love. So definitely want to say rest in peace to Shock G. Prayers to his family. Yeah,
Yeah, man. Rest in peace to Shock G. I couldn't have said it any better. We keep losing key people in hip hop. Key and people that by all accounts, I haven't met any of these individuals, but by all accounts they seem like really cool and love individuals as humans before just rap shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Digital Underground has the biggest effect on me personally. When I was a kid, I remember we went to Oakland, and this is when Pac out there in the Bay, and they had like a signing. It was Digital Underground. Pac was there, and I don't know if I told you this story before, man, but they did a signing, a little autograph signing, man, for over like 14 hours in the hood. I'm talking about in the hood. Line, thousands of people lined up, signed whatever. Either signed a picture, memorabilia, whatever it was. Just signed something, CD, tapes, everything. Just signed whatever it was.
mhm.
And I just remember that had a big impact on me because you never really see, at least nowadays, man, you be seeing people with their security. They're not really accessible like that. And this is a group that never forgot where they came from. They always gave back, you know what I'm saying, to the people. And, I said, I feel like legends like that, man, they don't really get their flowers enough. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely want to highlight moments in time where, what I'm saying, that they put on for the culture, man. So definitely much love and respect to everybody part of Digital Underground, and once again, rest in peace to Shock G.
Absolutely, very well said. Very well said, man. Um, all right, we gonna move on and get on the topics at hand, but definitely that had to be said. And my apologies for not even starting off with that. That's why you got to have a great co-host to help you on those situations right there. So I appreciate that. You just went rogue a minute. I don't know what you about to get the Humpty nose or something. You about to pull out you a prop nigga. So I don't know what you about to pull. I don't know why your camera just went invisible there. But I was about to say you pull out the Humpty glasses and nose, bro. I was about to cancel the show. I thought you was about to do it.
Nah,
I ain't
nah, 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 nah. We ain't doing.
okay. All right, so we about to. I thought I seen CC in here. What up, CC from Let's Talk Battle Rap, doing her thing on the show. I believe the CC show is Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't. What day is it? Is it on? I forget. But I try to pop in there when I can. Wednesdays, the CC show, but Let's Talk Battle Rap all throughout the week. They got a variety of different shit, so it's dope. Check it out. I don't even know why. Like y'all, everybody in here already know about their show. They on the upper echelon of things. Like if you watching my show and the Friday Fix show, I'm pretty sure you definitely know about them.
Man, real quick shout out for LTBR, man. Y'all have to. If you're a battle rap fan, if you're a
What up,
battle
player?
rap nerd, if you want to call it battle rap nerd, battle rap historian, aficionado, however you want to describe yourself, if you are a member of battle rap that feels like you've been around for a while, you gotta listen to that podcast with France and Minnesota Luke, man. That's like 2 hours of just battle rap history and stories and information. Like that was a powerful, powerful podcast. I recommend anybody go listen to that. Very, very good listen. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I think anybody who's not familiar with Minnesota Luke, this will give you a glimpse into who is judging. So if you're not familiar with him, that would be a podcast I would say listen to kind of get a feel for who you have as one of the judges.
That's a beautiful segue. Now, shout out to We Watch Battle Rap in Here podcast. Shout out to Q. Yeah, two knowledgeable brothers, man, friends. Me and him have talks, behind the scenes. Very intelligent guy, even though all that intelligence still doesn't like win him debates versus me. But that's neither here nor there. Just saying, I'm five
Talk
and
that
one.
shit.
5-1, representing the Friday Fix. You gotta come holler at me. You gotta see me one day in these streets. But that's it. You know what I'm saying? CC ain't no disrespect. I'm just letting you know what's going on. Over the, check the history. You know what I'm saying? But all right, we're gonna move on. Ultimate Madness 3 is finally upon us, man, and it is going down tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I seen some people like, what time is it? Because for a minute they switched it to 8, but I can confirm that it is at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. France and Ledge are a double impact team. I fuck with it, but Neek, if it's gonna be anybody, it's gonna be my the voice of the West on my squad. You know what I mean? But shout out to France for sure. Before we get into the picks and predictions, the final two judges were announced, as you mentioned. Minnesota Luke was one, and a celebrity judge. Now we were talking off air on the phone, as me and Nico do, because I tell y'all, like we bros for real. We talk about shit that's not battle rap, probably more than battle rap. But when we got into the battle rap things, we had all these guesses about who the fourth judge was. Nico thought it was going to be Cassidy. I thought maybe like a Rex or maybe Ocho Cinco, since he's been like showing up doing shit with DNA. So we were just throwing out wild answers, right? So CC said Remy. I thought about Remy the very next day. I thought about Remy or Pap the very next day. So Flavor said Cassie would have been fired. So we threw out all these names. I don't. Freeway was not in my thoughts.
It wasn't.
But
It wasn't past me either. That flew way over my head.
Flew way over my head. But that's who it is. It's Freeway, who has been. He, if you look back at the old UFF tournament, he was there. He's been to some battles, not only just on the big stage. He's been to some like locally, and he says he's been in tune. So those are your four judges: Tony Bro from Black Compass, Polo, also known as Battle Rap Fanatic, from the YouTube channel. You got Minnesota Luke, and you have Freeway. So
Right.
you guys, let me know how y'all feel in the comments. Nico, how you feel overall about the selection?
So with any panel you're putting together, there's always gonna be people who can nitpick and say who they wish would have been there or what you should have been added, or it's always going to be some type of nitpicking that can be done. But in terms of credentials, in terms of knowledge, in terms of being unbiased and being able to call it like it is, I think this is the best panel they put together. I mean, Tony Bro has been the most thorough judge throughout the last two Ultimate Madnesses. I'm not saying that he has had the very best breakdowns out of everybody, because sometimes there's other judges who, like Goods, his first time judging, he brought something different, and it was needed. You needed to hear that perspective to kind of hear from a battler's side of the game what they felt like. But I feel like he's been the most thorough. Like, he gives you great breakdowns, very consistent, very even keel. Polo, Battle Rap Fanatics, I think he's a very thorough dude as well. We'll finally be able to see how he is in a judging capacity. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure we've all, at one point or another, seen, different videos he's done reaction-wise. I actually had the chance to judge with him on a local level when we were at an event together a couple weeks ago. And just judging even battles like that gave me a lot of confidence when they announced his name for Ultimate Madness 3. He didn't treat that any differently than he would have treated a top tier matchup. Like, he was very thorough with that. Broke it down very well. Didn't cut any corners in terms of a breakdown. Brought in all factors. Explained himself very well. So I think he's a very dope judge. Minnesota Luke, I mean, it's a battle rap historian.
Yeah, that goes without saying, pretty much.
Yeah, he's dope. He did say something that I would like to get into, but we'll wait until wait a minute to get into that. But battle rap historian dude definitely knows his shit. And then Freeway, man, I feel like if you're looking at having somebody of the celebrity variety, somebody who is a legend in hip hop, I think you found somebody who's pretty even keel. Like I don't think he has a known bias or anything like that. I think he knows the game, knows the culture. You know what I'm saying? He's been a part of the culture pretty much his whole life. So I think that's dope, man, that you
People
got the right person.
now, people are saying, I've seen different people say this, and I forgot that I do think I recall him saying this. That he does have a strong liking for Official. We got people in the chat saying he's been on record saying
Real
that
name, what
Official's
up?
his he. What up, real name? He's been on record saying that Official is his favorite battler. So does that kind of? I mean, I feel like we got to be consistent with that energy because there are a lot of guys who we kind of just discarded from picking because they might be like I remember like Mickey Fax. A lot of people didn't want him on the last Ultimate Madness because of his YTG ties with Mike P. And I was like, damn, that makes sense. So when you kind of on record of having a favorite battler and you're a judge, does that kind of deter you from wanting them on the panel, or you think they'll
No.
be able to control their biasness?
It doesn't deter me because just being honest, whether people want to admit it or not, and I know it's not going to sound the best, but just hear me out. Everybody before they were media or before they were somebody in the culture was a fan of battle rap. So you had somebody who was a favorite. You had a particular style that you catered to more as a fan. Now, obviously, when you become a professional, whether it's just starting blogging and you want to be professional in that, or media, you want to be professional in that, or you're the battle, whatever it is, if you can break down a battle and make it make sense to the point where I don't think, okay, this breakdown bullshit. He just picking this person because of his affiliations. That
Mm-hmm.
would be an issue. But until I see something like that, I don't have no reason to believe Freeway would pick Official. Oh, I just like Official, so I'm going to pick her. No, you're gonna have to really break it down, and people gonna get on you heavy if you doing shit like that. Method Man had a judgment where he says somebody had, I think it was Mike P and Roddy. He's like, oh, I give Mike P this round because he was more personal. We all know it wasn't a more personal round. That's how he broke it down, though. He got mad at Danny Myers for taking a shot. You know what I'm saying? So it's like every judge is unique in their own way. So I don't think it's a problem to have somebody say, oh, this is my favorite. If anything, I respect the honesty because there are going to be people who are judges who do have preferences, who do have a favorite that may be in this tournament and they're not going to say anything. And we'll just be looking at their judgment and you would never know. So I respect the honesty. I don't really have a problem with it like that until it becomes something where Official clearly lost a battle. We all know it's clear and he tries to make it where no, she in fact
Mm-hmm.
won. Then we have that, but that doesn't bother me, man. That doesn't bother me.
Now I will say, I feel a little weird of them not having like an actual battle rapper. Now, granted, I know people about to say Freeway battled before, but that was like eons ago. Um, Shout out to Lady in the building. A lot of people that came in, Jawan, everybody. If you just came tuning in, we're just talking about the judges right now. We get into predictions very, very soon. But yeah, I would think to have a battler on there because if things go wrong, man, my timeline when Ultimate Madness 1 and 2 with the judges, when those things were going wrong, the battlers would not let them die. And those were other battlers on that panel too. So now you got a panel that has no battle rappers on there. Like they can't the standard and also the amount of bread that is on the line too. 100K with basically just media members and one, MC
Mm-hmm.
that isn't an active or like a far removed battler on the panel. That could start something. Like I can see Thesaurus and like I don't know because Thesaurus was like the main one killing it. Lex Luthor, uh, XL, like MCs who've been in the culture for a minute, dragging it. Do you think they should have gotten a battler of some sort on here, or you think it don't matter?
I find battle rappers to be funny, man. Listen,
Oh, here we go. All right,
look,
here we go.
you let me just say like this, right? Let's just be honest. About 2 to 3 times, sometimes 4 times a year, battle rappers get into this bag where they say, and Led, you're familiar with this, I'm gonna quote them. You media niggas and bloggers ain't credible because y'all never battled. That happens about 3, 4 times a year, right? I'm not lying on anybody, am I?
No, probably I would say probably more than that.
Okay, more than that, right? And it's the
Yeah.
same kind of nonsense. You've never done what we've done, so you can't say anything. Then you get people who have battled. They have been in the ring. Well, it doesn't count because you haven't been on Gnome or something. So to me, I feel like it's just going to be complaints for the sake of complaining. I don't think you have to, as somebody who's actually battled, I don't think you need to battle to be able to understand that. None of them NBA analysts that are on ESPN have played in the NBA. Outside of the NBA players, most of the other people have not played in the NBA. Stephen A. Smith has never played an NBA game. Are you going to tell me he's not credible to break down basketball because he's never played in the NBA? So to me, I always look at shit like that, and it always comes off as fake outrage to me because basically what you're saying is you want somebody who does what you do to be there, but at the same time, how credible, this is where I would flip the energy. Who would you have judging the tournament? Because I don't think certain battle rappers have the penmanship of a Romney. You can't put that shit together like him. So how could you judge a battle where Romney is battling accurately using your logic, and you can't even piece together what he pieced together? You might only be a performer. Your bar quality might only be average. So how can you really talk about what he just said in comparison to some? So to me, you're always gonna have people who are gonna be looked at as non-credible because you don't feel like they've had enough years, or they're non-credible because you've never watched them judge, or they're non-credible because they're not a battle rapper. I think it's all fake outrage. At the end of the day, the only thing we as a culture are asking, be unbiased. What does being unbiased mean? Basically, that just means that in a battle, you're not partial to this style or this style. You're not partial to this region or this region. Not this person's personality or this person's personality. Not the popularity. You're right down the line. What did you just watch?
You talking about me, man, low key. Look at you, man. I appreciate it.
Don't interrupt me again.
Cook.
You hidden character.
Cook. You sound like me, though.
Ledge. Watch out. Watch out, Ledge. Like I was saying, Infidel, look, all we want you to do is call this shit down the middle and make it make sense. Make it make sense. If Loaded Lux was breaking down a battle, it's not going to be the same breakdown as a Shotgun Suge. You understand what I'm saying? If Rum Nitty's breaking down a battle, it's not going to sound the same as fucking, I don't know, Chilla Jones. Mickey Fax could have been a judge. He's not going to have the same breakdown as what Goods had. Everybody has their own unique way of breaking down a battle. You could be saying 4 different things, but they all come to the same conclusion. All we're asking you is to break it down in an unbiased way. I don't need you to be God. I don't need you to be Jesus. I don't need you to be anything supernatural. Just be you. And be thorough. You're not asking for much. It's not that difficult to be thorough as a judge. You just talk about what it is you seen, take notes as you need to. Sometimes you don't even need notes. Sometimes battles are clear cut. This person lost. And you can break down why. This round, boom, da-da-da-da-da. This round, boom, da-da-da-da-da. It's not that difficult. You know what I'm saying? So we need battle rappers to be a part of it. Okay, cool. Let's put a battle rapper a part of it. Now, I remember, was it Goods that said you need more than bars to Danny Myers on why he had Danny Myers losing to Holmesy?
Yeah, something to that extent, yeah.
Something to that extent. Now, how could you tell somebody who clearly, again, that's what I'm saying, like, you're saying you need more than bars. Everybody has bars. His breakdown was his breakdown. I didn't hear nobody else say that same thing. He was the only one who said that, right? But you accept that. You respect it because it's a legend saying it. But his breakdown wouldn't be the same as somebody else who had. Iron Solomon was the judge for maybe the first, round and a half, something like that. His breakdowns were not the same as Goods. You know what I'm saying? I think that whole having a battle rapper thing, it's not necessary. It's not. And if you really want to be honest, I feel like there's more it's more of a bias between battlers than it would be people who cover you, because to be quite honest, most media does not be in the building like that, especially not in this quarantine era. Battle rappers are around each other all the time. You guys are all cool with each other. I know this little kayfabe, I'm mad at you until the battle's over. I know that little thing. You do that for I get it. But a lot of y'all have a lot of relationships the public would not know about. I had no idea Fonz was hella cool with members of NWX until we were told that. Les, did you know that?
Nah, I didn't know.
Okay, yeah. So who else do I not know is cool behind the scenes, and you done put them as a judge, and two of their homeboys is in the tournament, and now they judging for their homeboys to make it to the fight. I don't know this information. No idea. So you're gonna have an angle to cause somebody biased regardless of what's going on. I just say pick the people who have been most thorough. They work should tell you that they thorough, and you live with the results.
All right, let's get right into it, man. I think we spent enough time on the judges. I want to bring your attention to the actual bracket. See the bracket, and I felt like, this was a little bit of delay finding the bracket and getting it up on the screen for you guys, because the bracket can really change. The judges was one. I said I want to wait until I see all the judges because they might be in some different styles, and also I wanted to wait on how the bracket was laid out, because say if you got Swamp making it all the way to the finals before this, now seeing this bracket and who he might have to face getting there may change your mind. So
if Freeway says something to the effect of this person rapping this on a beat would have been better, and he gives him a win because of that, that's cause for concern. But outside of that, I think we all good here. Just don't put a beat on. Don't talk about putting a beat on, Freeway. We all good here.
All right. That was so disrespectful.
He said I'm disrespecting what the man said himself.
Yeah, because he ain't said that in a while.
He said it in a moment he shouldn't have said it in.
All right. So yeah, that's the bracket. And again, looking at the bracket, is much different than just openly calling out who you got winning. So as we look at the bracket, first round, T-Top, Jack Boy, I'm rolling with T-Top. I just think the experience of being in a tournament, his bar quality, the way he can angle, I think we'll see some old T-Top too. More some of that drug talk T-Top that kind of propelled him through the Ultimate Madness into some of his opening battles in the URL. I think we're going to get some of that old T-Top in this tournament setting, along with the angle-based T-Top, and I just think that's going to be too much for Jack Boy. Who you got?
Oh, man, okay, so I did my full bracket yesterday, man, so I got T-Top beating Jack Boy. I think the percentage I had for this battle was like a 60-40 split. Not too crazy, but I do think T-Top, you gave an angler this much time to angle somebody who has so much to talk to Jack Boy, man, about. There's so much to talk about. And I don't want to hear people say, the chain angle has been abused. No, the fuck it hasn't. No, it has not. Danny Myers' 12 kids angle has been abused. The Rex 12K shit, or however many kids, 12K angle to Rex, it's never overused. It's overused if it's not good. You gave an angler this much time, I expect the angler to have the advantage. I think Jack Boy will do good, though. I think this kind of setting will cater to his skill set a lot more, because it's more like a band type setting. But all in all, man, I got T-Top winning that one.
Yeah, we in agreement there. So he would move on to the next round for us. Official versus Cortez. I remember when this was, I believe this was the first battle announced during that whole announcement shit setup that they had for champion on Caffeine. I believe this is the first battle that was announced official versus Cortez. They did a little fan vote on who they had winning. It was pretty overwhelmingly in favor of official. You know what, man? Official is the favorite. I don't even know if I should do this.
Do what?
I don't know if I want to do this.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Do what? You want to reiterate what you're talking about, sir?
Oh yeah, no, I was thinking about it.
Like you think you being flagrant with what you doing, nigga? What's going
I
on?
think I want. I think I'm gonna roll with Cortez in this. I think I'm gonna go with Cortez in this.
Why? Explain yourself, Ledge.
I really don't have a. I don't. I don't know. I don't know.
How a nigga pick up? You know what? All right, no.
No. Let me get it. Let me get it. Let me get it together. Let me get it together. Let me get it together. Okay, so emotional. Don't do it, Ledge. Yo, lawyer. Listen, man. I see people saying don't do it. Ledge has a drink before the show. No. Listen. I think Cortez, at least for the first round, is going to channel what makes him good. I think what makes Cortez good, and I said this the other day, I think he has Cortez got an identity crisis where he doesn't know what his strengths are in battle rap, which is his strengths are like angling, storytelling, uh
I'm listening.
rapping really good, multis and all that. Like that's all his bag. Scheming a little
Sure.
bit. And I feel like when he's at his best, I've seen some greatness in there. When he's at his best, I've seen it. Like the round versus T Top to open it up. When he went against T Top, fresh off of the whole stage fighting accident that happened. I think only battle T Top had after that was Bill Collector. Then he battled Cortez. This was like the whole presentation, the app battles and all that. Cortez came out the gate, hit him in the mouth, right? His third round versus Saga on the rooftop, very passionate and personal. We was like, damn, that third round by Cortez, man. He can do that.
It was good.
He can do that. Um, official, she's been running hot and cold for me. The best official has been a minute. It's been a minute since I've seen her opening round versus Rum was very strong. She beat Rock, but I didn't come away when you're really at your best and you're going crazy, you come away being talked about. Did we come out of Kings versus Queens talking about officials' performance? No, we came out of that battle talking about Rock's third round. Her battle versus Arsenal. People said Arsenal won, man. People said Arsenal won. Her battle versus 40. 40 chokes in the third. People give her the win. But nothing was really like, I don't know. She's been winning, but she ain't been really like, I haven't seen the best official yet. I don't know if I'm gonna see it in this battle, man. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna see in this battle. She already battled Misfit and kind of used the whole, you getting, you know, I'm gonna go with Cortez, man. I think his back against the wall, and the brother got to show a pulse at some point. All right, and I feel like what more of an incentive than 100K? If you can't turn up for 100K, you might want to start. You might want to retire.
All right, so now that we've listened to your nonsense for that whole entire segment, let's just say this, right? I think this battle is like a 51-49 split. I think either one of them can win. I edged official to win this battle, and just quite frankly, man, you said it. Cortez, which Cortez is showing up? We getting the heavy angle breakdowns Cortez, or we're getting a person who wants to bar up, wants to show his wordplay, wants to show diversity with that. Who's showing up? Because in a tournament, I think the angles and breakdowns would be powerful. If you're not an elite puncher, I think the breakdowns is how you level the playing field. Angles always level the playing field. Good angles, good and great angles always level the playing field. I think he would have a great chance at that, but I don't know if that nigga's showing up. And I don't know why you're trying to take away from officials' work. You're talking about, well, the only thing we heard about was Tay Rock's third. Why? Was it for good reasons, Negro?
No.
Was it for good reasons?
No, but that's the point.
Doesn't matter. So you're taking away from her because a man had a viral round. He had a little viral round. You're a body bitch.
No, that's not. No, I'm saying
you even if such a body bitch. You microphone body bitch. You caffeine body bitch. So we just gonna sit here and take away from officials' work because the nigga showed up with body bitch material? So he shows up with bitch material, and we taking away from what official did in the ring?
Don't you ever grab your bottle of Essentia and do that again?
I have to set the. We have to perform. We have to bring performance to this. Where we're not gonna have just this little. No, we were bringing performance, Ledge. I know you don't know what performance is. I know that you like just standing in a little square and not moving. We're bringing performance to this. All right, nigga. Look. Y'all not taking away from officials' work because the only thing you want to remember is the third. Official was good in that battle versus Tay Rock and got the W. We're not taking away from her work because the third round stood out. Great. Third round stood out for wrong reasons. I thought the third round wasn't that bad. It is what it is. But hey, I'm not taking away from officials' work. Not at all. Not at all. And you're very disrespectful. You're just so disrespectful for that shit. It's just flagrant of you. I do have official winning. It'll be a close battle. It really is a toss up. But to try to take away from officials' work because of a body bitch round,
yo, Juwan, I don't know if you've been here every Friday. He is the prop user king, so yeah, he will grab a prop or two to accentuate his points when he's wrong. So that's what he does.
Point when I'm wrong. Okay, all right.
Yeah. I listen. You got official. That's cool. I can see her winning. I didn't say she has no shot. This isn't one of those landslide. I'm flipping the coin and I'm putting my money on Cortez. That's all. Shout out to official. She's had a dope year, and like more than a dope year, she had a dope few years on her return. She's been very active since she's came back. So you got to give her props for that. And as for Cortez. I just believe this is going to be the time he shows us he's still a top level dude, bro. A top level dude. So we gonna see. So I got Cortez moving on. You got official moving on. As for drugs versus Yoshi, talk to me.
I picked Yoshi to move on. I think it was like a 55-45 split I have for this one. I'm not gonna get too crazy into it. I just think Yoshi is a little bit better overall than drugs. I think I would pick drugs after round one. If this was 2 weeks prep, I would pick drugs over Yoshi. But I think when you have this much time to prep, we've seen what Yoshi's able to do with these things. And she creates moments, and moments do stand out in tournament settings like this. Those are things that'll always stand out within your rounds. I do think drugs has been improving in his recent work, so I'm not mad at anybody who would pick drugs. It is close. I give the edge to Yoshi. I don't think that ghostwriting shit is going to play any factor. You'll hear a couple bars about it, sure. But I don't think it's going to be some crazy. I don't see it. We're not going to let hidden characters pop up once a year in the culture, claim they writing for somebody. I'm not giving that shit any type of credence at all, man. I got Yoshi with an edge. Shout out to both of them. This is another close battle. Actually, all these battles except for one is close, pretty much, to be honest.
We'll get into whatever battle that is you're referring to. I'm going to go with drugs because I do think that angle will be used, and I think he'll use it and execute it well. We've seen angles of and personals of all type of controversies work well in this tournament. So I think drugs will capitalize on that. I think she may fall for the bait and try to and probably got bars trying to deflect about it, trying to counter right to it. But I think it'll take away from her being direct at drugs. You know, when you're trying to address other people and you're not really addressing your opponent, it kind of takes away from your material. Case in point, math first round dedicated to like goods and DNA when you're going against Geechee Gotti. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Yoshi may do that and it may take away from her material. I'm going to edge drugs in a very close battle. So
I
that's
think
what I'm rolling.
just another thing to talk about Yoshi. One thing that she's been doing that's very good is, talking about herself and turning it into powerful material. You just gave her a great situation, great scenario to unpack and bring it back to her in relation to why her opponent can't say nothing that's going to. I just feel like there's just a lot to talk about, but I don't think it's going to be no powerful angle because all due respect to drugs, I think if you gave this matchup to B Dot right now tournament, I would have
Yeah.
Yoshi lose. The person who's angling matters, and I think drugs. I don't think I've ever seen him have just like a crazy breakdown angle. I don't know.
But here's the thing: he's not an angler, and I'm not saying he'll use it as an angle. See, so there's two ways to attack these type of points. Use it as an angle for maybe half a round. Sometimes people
Nah,
use it for a whole round.
drugs not terrible. Raheem, don't do that. He ain't terrible. Drugs actually nice. I fuck with drugs.
So he's not going to use it as an angle because that's not his game. But he will take one instance out of that allegation and turn it into a heavy punch.
I
And
can see
all you
that. I
need,
can see that.
yeah, and all you need really is maybe two or three of those to hit and move on to whatever your bag is. I think if he hit with two of those, that can be like a haymaker. I think that can change who you got winning one round, and he could split the other two, and he moving on. So
I'm noticing a trend, brother. You ain't got none of the queens winning, brother. I thought you was Mr. Queen Talk. You ain't got none. Okay, I see what you is. I see what you is, brother. I see what you is, brother.
first of all, I told y'all this from the gate.
Ah, here we go.
When I judge these Ultimate Madness battles,
Uh-huh.
it's not based on who I think is more talented. It's based on who I think the judges will pick.
Uh,
I think the judges will pick these selections. CC, don't be in all caps on his side. You from Detroit. I need you to act like it and get with me on this. Come on, sister. We ain't doing that.
Playing the Detroit card. How
We ain't
comical.
doing
Hey,
that.
hey, look, nigga. All I know is you didn't. Your breakdown didn't make me think. Oh man, I might need to go ahead and change and pick official. Man, I might need to change and go pick drug. You ain't make me feel no type of way.
I'm not supposed
I'm not going
to.
back and picking Cortez. I'm not going
What?
back and picking drugs.
Don't say their names like that. You put some respect on their
I'm
names.
not picking them. I picked who I picked. Hey,
That's
Queen
crazy.
Talk next week. NicoTV will be hosting that show. Ledge is not. He's lost all privileges for that show for a week.
Man,
I'll be
if you don't
taking
get out
over
here.
next week. Y'all pull up on the nigga.
No, like, listen, when I make these predictions, so Ultimate Madness 1, I picked Fonz to go to the finals. I picked him to win. I picked him to win over Real Sick. Now, Real Sick lost in the first round to Jada Nightwing.
Oh, okay.
But relax. But I did in our debate, I said Jada Nightwing versus Real Sick. Whoever wins that was going to the finals. I did say that. And that proved to be the case because the judges were Uncle Ra, fucking knowledge from hip hop is real. They like more of a direct. You heard what they called what Real Sick and them was doing. They called it filler rap. They called intricate shit direct. They called that shit filler rap. So I'm like, oh, if these are the judges, my mind told me they're gonna like punching, direct, not overly complex shit, but really nice catered shit. And I was like, that's Fonz. And Fonz is consistent. And what happened? He won. I was probably one of the only few people that had Bill going to the finals. I said Bill and Danny Myers. Danny Myers almost got there, but not quite. So my percentage been good. All right. My percentage been good. Y'all might want to start listening to me a little bit. My percentage ain't bad. I've two
Your
out of the
percentage has been horrible.
I got 2 out of the 4 of the last 2 Ultimate Matches made it to the finals.
Oh
That's I, like
God.
you know who everybody picked in Ultimate Madness 2? They didn't have Mike. They didn't have Bill Collector getting through Mike P when that shit first happened. When the bracket first came out, not after the Ryder shit. When Ryder opened up that angle, people picked Bill to win. I'm talking about before when the brackets was out. A lot of people didn't have the favorites on there was like Loso, Saga, because Saga was on a hell of a run.
Yeah.
Mike P.
Okay.
He was one of the favorites. Bill was like probably this next level, but he wasn't one of the head favorites. On record, I picked Bill over Mike P despite all that.
Okay.
Like, so we ain't doing that. Put respect on my name. Respect on my name out here. Fuck you talking about? Huh? Ultimate Madness 3.
For somebody who's supposed
not
to be all world, that was all block.
Nostradamus.
That was terrible. That was all sidewalk. You're all sidewalk for the rest of the show. You're all sidewalk for the rest of the show. That was terrible.
Nostradamus.
The
Lestradamus, man. Lestradamus out here.
Move on, nigga. End the show or move on. Well, I'm not doing this with you. Move on or end the show. Problem TV. No, I don't believe. I don't believe at all. I do not.
Ledge Hood. How about that? Ledge Hood.
Hey, y'all. That's been the entire Friday Fix. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm gonna holler at y'all next week.
Though. No, we gonna move on. We're gonna move on. It's all good. You gonna be a part of Ledge. I got a shirt for you too, man.
Listen. It's Blogger Hood, Cuban Hood. That's the only one. I don't know about no damn Ledge. I don't know. That's terrible.
That's right. The legends. So, all right. Here we go. We go.
You niggas chose the side of hidden today. Okay.
We go. Here's the next matchup. Rum Diddy versus Sirius Jones. Oh man! All right, Rum Diddy versus Sirius Jones. That's the next matchup on the side of the bracket. Yo, y'all are hilarious in chat. Sonic the Hedgehog. We out here. No, okay. All right. Real shit. Oh man, I can't start crying laughing. That's embarrassing. All right, so Rum Diddy versus Sirius Jones. This is the one I believe I seen on. He said, "How the fuck y'all clear, but URL be." Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. But this is the one we've seen 99% people picking Rum Nitty, 1% picking Sirius.
Disrespectful.
Very, very disrespectful. But I think it is. It's not that clear. I don't think it can ever be that clear, but it's pretty clear. I think Rum is more talented. This new age of battle rap, even with the judges who does have knowledge that dates back to when Sirius Jones was battling, but I do think they're probably more inclined to be in favor of what Rum brings as opposed to the slow flow of Sirius Jones. That's a little bit jokey, a little bit, you know what I'm saying, can be dated. Some data. Listen, man, he once said, "I'm the GOAT." Bad. Like he said that in the battle. He said that. Don't try to not smile and laugh, motherfucker. He said that. He said it. "I'm the GOAT." Bad. He said that before. If somebody remember who he said that against, I would love for y'all to let me know. But I gotta go with Rum, man. You gave Rum way too much time, like, to prep. That's dangerous. I'm going with Rum. Pretty clear.
Nitty gonna win the battle. But Sirius Jones, let me holler at you for a second, sir.
Talk to him.
I just want to talk to Sirius Jones for a second. And I'm asking this politely. I'm asking this kindly. Please do not spend rounds or even a round trying to go back at ARP. Please do not try to respond to the narratives of the culture in this battle. Please don't pull a Math Hoffa. We don't want to hear you taking shots at. We want to hear you talk about Romney, dog. Because if you start off any round with that nonsense, I'm telling you right now, you're going to lose off rip. Please attack Romney. Please make this a watchable battle. Most of us have you losing very clearly, not winning a round. I am giving you a debatable round. I'm trying to put some respect on your legendary status. But don't be a hidden character, please. I don't want you to be a hidden character. That's all I'm asking. That's all I am asking for, is that you not be a hidden character when you battle Remnity. That's it.
I got a question. What's keeping you from saying it's going to be a 30? Other than just Sirius is a legend, like what really got you?
Shock value. And I think that for one round, at least that first round, I think the first round will be the round that'll be the easiest round for him to get. Now, I'm not saying it's easy to get, but I'm saying the round I would pick him to win would be the first.
So if he don't win the first, you think it's a wrap?
It's a wrap. Because second round, he's not beating. Nitty's second rounds are godly. Like, he's been second round king for years now. And third, I just thought your best bet is to get it while it's hot, pretty much. You got to attack early. Set the tone early. Give the judges a different view of the battle early. Because if you just lay down and just get beat up, it's gonna be like, oh, okay, well, we knew this was gonna be a 30. Okay, next battle. Like, you gotta really turn up early. I think the first round is critical. You gotta get that round. If you don't get that round, it's a 30. I just don't. Well, I'm giving him respect enough to get a round. Because I don't think Sirius Jones is terrible. And I have seen him have moments that have been very good.
Yeah.
Just don't be a hidden character. That's all I ask. That's it.
Nah, I think he's gonna be solid. I just think there's levels right now in material. And Rum is also like tapping into those things that he gets nitpicked for. Performing more, people with performer, a little more versatile. He's starting to like address shit and still like get his punches out. I'm going with Rum, man. That's a clear one. So on this side of the bracket, on the left side, we both agree with T Top and we both agree with Rum. You got Yoshi and Official moving on. I got Cortez and Drugs moving on. Let's go to the other side. We got New Jersey Twerk versus KCJ. I'm sorry, ladies. Y'all know I love y'all.
No, he doesn't.
Y'all know I love y'all.
No, he doesn't. He lying to y'all.
Ladies, y'all know I've been a strong advocate for the women's game for a long time. But Bigger 9 is gonna get at least 2 of these rounds pretty clear. I feel like this is unfortunate because I had Casey beating Swave pretty clear when that was the matchup. I had Casey beating Swave. Switching this up and going from slow flow, drug talk, street knowledge, Swave to going against one of the most explosive dynamic performers in the game. That was a bad deal. You got dealt a bad hand. And you know what I'm saying? You got dealt a bad hand, man. I'm so sorry. Like, she got dealt a bad. I don't know what to say. Because look, they're judging this round per round. So y'all know me. I'm more like, Twerk isn't clean, right? So, but even if he isn't clean one round, all he has to do is win 2. I've seen him be clean for 2 rounds and have another round where he wasn't. So that's not even the issue here in the tournament setting. I got New Jerusalem, man. I got New Jerusalem, man. I'm sorry, Casey. And she follows this channel too, man. That's crazy. I hope she's not like watching this by accident somewhere. But I'm sorry if you see this. And as for we watched Battle Rap Q, I saw you in here say of course I'm doing a recap and the post and pre-show for this. The reason I didn't do it last event because I was at an event. I was at a local event here in Detroit. So that's the only reason usually I'm here though. So I'll definitely be doing a pre and post show for this tomorrow. But who you got, man? Who you got?
I got Twerk with an edge. I think if this was a second round matchup, I probably might pick something different because I think that Casey is a lot more consistent, and I would trust her more on 2 weeks prep than Twerk. But I feel like this first round, I feel like Twerk is gonna try and make a statement early and kind of like show people like, nah, I'm here, I'm serious. This is what we doing. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's a crazy. I think it's like I think I had like 55-45 or like at max 60-40 split. So it's not nothing crazy. But I do have Twerk edge on this one.
Yeah, if he come in there playing, Casey got the skills to get him up out of there.
Because Casey's rounds are normally like anywhere from like say a 7.5 at the highest, let's say like 8.5. But she's normally like that 7.5 to 8 range.
Yeah,
Twerk on average is in that 8.5 to 9 range. So that's kind of what it came down to for me. But I expect a good ass battle though. I expect, you know what I'm saying, to be, competitive. It should come down to the last round. It should come down to the third, in my opinion.
and see that's why I think the third is where he's gonna let us fall off the gas, and he's either going to slip up or it might not be as good. I think the first two, it's gonna be kind of like the J battle, where his first is crazy. His second is good, really good. But if you're really good too, like Jay was in his second, it can be debated. And then the third is going to be probably but I think but Casey isn't Jay. Like when Twerk leveled down a bit the second round, Jay is good enough.
Were you trying to make a bar just now, nigga?
No. What did I say?
I'm not even gonna repeat it. Go ahead, brother.
What did I say?
I just want to make sure you weren't trying to be funny just now.
I said, "Oh, Casey ain't Jay." That's
I just want to make sure you wasn't being funny just now, nigga. That's all.
I am out. Yo, Ledge Hood, man. Ledge Hood, the legends.
Thank you. Anyway, trash. Bars ain't always just terrible.
No, we ain't doing that. All world, we out here. That was all terrible. That was all reach. That was all Dal Sim. That was Casey ain't Jay. What?
Oh my god, yo! Somebody want to hook a brother up with that Mortal Kombat, man? I gotta watch that shit, man. Cyborg, I gotta watch that. Man. I know I said Dal Sim has nothing to do with it, but it just made me think of fighting and everything, and I have to see Mortal Kombat, man. I have to.
Boy, you gotta relax.
I gotta see Mortal Kombat, man. I have to, man. I want to see if y'all actually made a Mortal Kombat movie that's
all right. But yeah, no, I got Twerk. Max. Yeah, all right. So we can move on.
I would hope QP wrote that because that was terrible.
No, this is all off the dome, man. It just sounds so eloquent and articulate. You would think somebody wrote it, but this was all off the brain matter.
Nah, I don't be bootlegging.
Brain matter.
I don't be bootleg. Hey, Faye, chill out, man. I don't be bootlegging stuff, man. I don't be bootlegging stuff.
All right. Man. Next matchup: Prep versus Sway Seva.
Man, flip a fucking coin.
I'm gonna let you. Hold on. I'm gonna go. I hear my dog acting crazy. Pardon me, but I'm gonna let Ledge. Wow. I'm so good at this. I thought it was two of me. Anyway, I'm gonna let Nico say. All right, I'm done. I'm gonna let Nico go ahead and say his piece. again, we talking about Prep versus Swave Sever. Who you got, bro? Let the people know.
To call you an infidel is probably
Yo, man,
disrespectful
how you
to
go? I
infidels.
asked you about a
So
battle. Talk about the
I'm really trying my best to, refrain from, getting too derogatory right now. But it's just when niggas start doing nigga shit, it just, it's I I got Prep in a debatable battle. I have Prep being somebody who can make it all the way to the finals. I think in my bracket I actually do have Prep winning out that side of the bracket and going to the finals. But this matchup with Swave is 51-49, as close to 50-50 as you're going to get. You're really splitting hairs. It's very close. They both are great at what they do. Not mad at anybody pick Swave. I got Prep. I can't even give y'all a real break. This nigga ledge, man. Hey, okay, you said Jones, okay. Prep 30? Jack Boy, okay, so I see we got some trolling going on up in here. I think, so I would say it like this, right? Swave Sever is very good. He's very good. Great at making you look a certain way, right? Like, Swave is one of those people who, for the battle, not talking about the impact after the battle, but in the battle, Swave Sever is somebody who can make you look bad within the battle. And that can impact how good or how strong your rounds are as it progresses. He's very good at that. I would give the example of the B-Dot battle. He did that in that battle where going into the battle, I thought B-Dot was just going to wash him. It was going to be a 30. Battle ended up being debatable where you could really give Swave that dub. So I think Swave is very good at making you look a certain way, and how that he makes you look early, it plays a factor in how your material is viewed going, forward in the battle. But I just think Prep's versatility, I think he can get out of some of that type of stuff because he would be able to freestyle. And there's just so many, not even just with his freestyling, but just his angles have become something powerful now. Like, he's added more to his arsenal. He's more well-rounded. So I got Prep with an edge, just about as close to a 50-50 split as you can get, because I think Prep could win the whole tournament. And I also think Swave could do a lot of work in a tournament like this. So it's a powerful matchup. I got Prep 2-1, though.
I'm gonna need Lawyer to relax, bro. You gotta relax. Freeway and Swave went to elementary together, so he already got one vote. All right, y'all are wild in the chat today, man. Y'all are goose. What's wrong with you, dog? I ain't mad at that. I too have Prep. Like you said, man. First of all, one of the top 10 of all time at rebuttals. Like, his rebuttal freestyle game. He got some of my favorite rebuttals ever. Like, the shit he was saying in the saga back in the day when they battled. Like, Prep is really good at it, man. He's very underrated. Also, I like that he's getting more into his angle bag, kind of like what a lot of the Loud Boys seem to be doing now. He might not have like one that's powerful against Swave, because Swave appears to be thorough by all counts, but he still is, to me, more craftier with the wordplay, more slicker of a puncher. And sometimes though, like you said, that shit don't mean nothing when you're going against a Swave Sever type. I said that in the Danny versus what was it? Danny versus Easy, the block captain. Easy is kind of like Teflon to all that trickeration and shit, like all them punches and entendres. He's coming at you straight like this, and there's really nothing you can do about it. So it's tough. It's gonna be close. But then again, you got to consider the judges. What do you think they're going to like? And I heard somebody say Swave might could intimidate the judges. Like, I don't think intimidation will play a part in any of this judging, though.
I would hope not. You niggas is on camera. What the hell you intimidated about?
I don't know, but I would hope not. I would go with I'm gonna go with Prep. I just think he's more talented, and just he's in better form right now.
So some of these battles too, this is where I look at it, right? I look at who wins that Caffeine vote. I think Prep is gonna win the Caffeine vote. Right?
Yeah. I do too.
So if you win the caffeine vote, I have to be confident you're going to make 3 out of the 4 judges say you won the battle if you lost the caffeine vote. That's how I kind of look at some of these matchups. Like, if you're going to lose the caffeine vote, you got to make 3 out of the 4 judges. So basically, you have to have a consensus clear win, pretty much. And that's, I think the only case that happened in where the fans were like split or something and the judges didn't agree was Danny and Holmesy. That's probably like the only one. So, I think Swave is dope, but outside of him clearly beating Prep, I just don't see him like a close battle. I think Prep gets that.
Yeah, no, I agree. We can move on. Swamp versus Jerry West. This is probably my most anticipated. The one probably as far as the first round goes, is probably the one I'm looking forward to
Hey,
the
Queen,
most.
yes, I did. If you pull up on my lives, you would have seen this already. But what's going on with you? How you doing?
Ooh, talk to her heavy. But yeah, man, this is probably my most anticipated. Shout out to Dice Mob, Queen, and everybody else in here. Uh, Flip a coin on this swamp battle, 2-1 either way. I was actually going with Jerry West when I thought about it last night, but the more I think about it, the more I'm gonna go with Swamp because I feel like, and this isn't bad. This isn't bad, but I feel like Jerry West is gonna take a gamble with something, and it's gonna not go over well. He's been taking a few gambles here and there that he got away with early when he was like on this run to try to get bigger plates. But it ain't been going too well recently. I think he's gonna try to do something, and I just don't think it's gonna hit. And I just think Swamp is one of the best at having shit catered to you. He don't really stray away from who his op is, and that's gonna be really important in this battle, and it's gonna be really important throughout this tournament. Like general statements that's going here and here, not connecting to the person they're talking to, is going to play a big part. I think Jerry West is going to have some probably dope swamp flips and punches. I just don't think, and he's going to have a nice performance, but it just ain't going to be enough. I feel like Swamp is here to prove a point. I think he's going to get this one. It's going to be close too, another close one. But I think Swamp going to get it, man. I actually changed my mind from last night. I was going with Jerry. The more I thought about it, the more battles I watched of both. I'm gonna edge Swamp.
I ain't mad at that. I got Jerry West winning this battle. It's a close one. I think I had like a 55-45 split. I think was how I had the percentages. The bet for me of picking Swamp, if I would have picked Swamp, would be: do I think that 2-on-2 we're gonna see more of that? Like, did that 2-on-2 experience unlock the talent that Swamp has to go ahead and execute that now in one round? So I thought him and Geechee were the perfect duo for a double impact. That was perfect,
Yeah,
right?
it
And
was
I
dope.
thought Swamp was very comfortable and able to get the material that he likes to do, just being very direct, straight to the point. I'm not taking too much time getting there. I looked at that and said, okay, that's kind of guesswork, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't really know for sure. You would assume that it would be, but how I looked at it was, man, Jerry West, I know what I'm going to get from Jerry West for 3 rounds. I know what I'm going to get for 3 rounds. He's not going to dip too much below like an 8 out of 10 for his rounds. And that high risk, high reward stuff with Jerry West, I know you say recently it hasn't been working, but you look at his career percentage with that, man, that's pretty much been his career. It's worked for him. So I got Jerry. It's again, this is a very close battle. You splitting hairs. I think that Swamp, like I said, if Swamp does execute, if that experience from that 2-on-2, if we see that in this 1-on-1, look out. Like, Swamp might fuck around and make a run in the tournament, because that's a different dude. That is different. But I got Jerry West in a very close battle, 2-1 edge.
Not mad at that. They both are dope. They both are on the uptick. They on the incline. They now on the decline, and they are. I like that they don't battle so frequently. So when you see them, it's kind of refreshing. So I'm just looking forward to it being a dope battle, something with replay value. That's the kicker in this one for me. So we're gonna move on. Um, Lastly, we got Geechee Gotti versus Riggs. Tell us, Nico, why Geechee Gotti's going to win the whole thing. You might as well go ahead and do this.
Geechee
Go
doesn't make
ahead.
Geechee doesn't make it to the finals on my bracket, so I don't know why you're saying that, but I got him beating Riggs. If this was 2 weeks, I think Riggs will have a better chance. Month prep, he's had nothing to do but focus on Riggs. I think he's better than Riggs overall. I'm gonna go with the person who's better. I also think he's gonna win the fan vote. So I mean, you won the fan vote. Do I think Riggs is gonna win 3 out of the 4 judge votes? No, but I think Riggs will be dope. I think it'll be probably the best version of itself. But like, there's just there's stuff that Gotti can talk to Riggs about, and Riggs can talk to Geechee about. But
For sure.
if we're talking about who I really would have the most confidence in, I'm going Geechee 2-1 in this one. Nothing to really break down too crazy. It'll be a good ass battle though. Probably one of the better battles of the first round, I would say.
Yeah. I hear all that. I got Riggs with a 30 piece, and I'm gonna tell you why. I'm joking. I'm bullshitting. Relax. I see you was about to do something crazy.
I wasn't
I
gonna say
was,
nothing. I mean, it's
I
your
was,
opinion.
I was gonna do.
I know,
No,
I
I
know that, I
got
know that's what you really want to say, but go ahead, continue.
no. I got Geechee. I got Geechee. I just think Geechee is very comfortable, man. He's reached that level of, and I don't mean like complacent comfortable, but like, I mean, when you're in the zone, you feel like it's almost like you can't miss. And I feel like he's reached that point in his career where he probably can't miss, especially in the opening round. Trash. I'm picking Geechee and Geechee trash.
No, Queen Prophet asked me where's the trash can, so I was just trying to show her that I have
Oh,
the. You know what I'm saying?
you had he got all his props on standby. He probably got a ton of shit behind his laptop. But yeah, no, I got Geechee. It ain't too much to break down. I just think he's at a higher level right now than Riggs. Riggs is dope though. His performance against JC, I liked him versus A Ward. You know, it's just it's not his time yet. It's not his time. It's not his time. They gave him probably one of the worst matchups he could have gotten if he wanted, if as far as trying to progress to the next round.
Alexis
So
asks who's the dark horse. Dark horse for me is Prep out the whole.
dark dark horse for me is Prep too. Prep and Swamp would be my dark horses.
Like I told y'all, I actually have Prep going to the finals. I have Prep winning the right side of the bracket, so that's how highly I think of his abilities.
Oh wow, so we might as well just skip. So look, all right, so that means Geechee would go against Jerry West for you.
Yeah, I'd have Gotti beating Jerry West. Now I will say if I would have picked Swamp over Jerry West, I would have Swamp beating Geechee in the next round.
Mm.
So the matchup for me, I think Gotti would beat Jerry West because I think with Jerry West, I think versatility wise, there's a lot of things that Gotti does more of than Jerry West, and he does more of than Swamp. But I feel like Swamp's direct approach would make for a better clash. The matchup would be a little bit closer than somebody who's just bar for bar, not really direct but creative. I would take the more direct approach versus Geechee than somebody who's just kind of being indirect and creative. So, but yeah, I would have Gotti beating Jerry West on the next
So
round.
I would have Gotti versus Swamp, and I would I would pick Gotti over Swamp. I would have him progressing out of that. Um, then so that would mean you would have Sway. Excuse me, you pick Prep.
Yeah,
So Prep versus
Twerk,
Twerk.
and I have Prep winning that one.
Woo! You got Prep beating Twerk.
I'm not gonna lie. It like when they originally had the
Woo-hoo.
matchup, right? And it was Prep versus Twerk and Casey versus Sway, right?
Yeah,
I had Casey beating Sway, and
I did
then
too.
I had Twerk beating Prep because it was the first round matchup. Now you're talking about will Prep up on 2 weeks. I was a little more confident in Prep getting through that 2 weeks. I was a little more confident in that, and that's really what it came down to was just different variables come into play when now you only have 2 weeks to prepare versus the first round you had a month. You get what I'm saying? So I had to factor those things in. Plus, I think that Prep's versatility, there could be rounds where his punching might not be working, so he might have to freestyle rebuttal more. Or let's say he's angling heavy and the angles ain't working, so he might have to get into another bag of creativity performance. So there were different variables I looked at, and when I picked that, but yeah, I got Prep advancing past Twerk. It's gonna be a very close battle. It's still gonna be one of the better battles of the
So,
tournament.
so you pick Prep to be more prepared with preparation.
I want this show to turn off now. Do,
All right, look, all right,
you want me to do it or you gonna do it?
no, listen. I'm gonna keep it going. All right,
Boo!
so
Thank you. Boo this nigga.
nah, man,
Boo!
I thought it was fly, yo. Flavor, you my guy, man. That's what I'm talking about. Support,
You dare call this nigga the bar? Fuck out of here.
support a real lyricist out here. All right, so look, in
That
that
was
matchup,
fire, Ledge Queen. Get out of here.
thank you,
That
thank you,
was pathetic. That was
thank you. You're far too kind, far too kind.
far
So
too kind. You got that right. Far too fucking kind. You definitely got
the
that right.
relax a bit. All right. I got New Jersey Twerk beating Prep again. I would say 2 rounds is all he needs. In 2 rounds, he can be that Twerk we Ledge goaded. That's a fact. Ledge unite. Yes, legends unite. I like it. But I think that's all he needs, man, to get by these first 2 rounds. Is I think the third, or if he makes it that far, is where it gets tougher. But I think it gets Prep. I don't know how material for material. Prep can hang with Twerk, but I think Twerk is just gonna have a couple of moments that stand out, and that's just going to be the slight difference. I think he's going to slightly get past Prep, but if Prep can get past Twerk, watch out. But I'm gonna have Twerk going getting past him. Uh, So yeah, that's what we got on that side of the brackets. Over here, we got Rum Nitty. You got Rum Nitty versus Yoshi. I know you picking Rum over Yoshi.
Yeah, I got Rum over Yoshi.
Yeah, it really ain't too much to say to that.
I mean, in those first matchups, you got Sirius Jones, and then he would potentially, if he beats Sirius Jones, you giving him drugs or like the name flips, the bars kind of just write themselves at that point. Yeah, I'm saying. And Nitty is one of those dudes where he could battle you several times and have more and more and more, but like it just does not run out of bars for his opponents. I mean, shit, he battled K-Shine at Nome. Couple months later, they're battling Double Impact, EFB versus NWX, and he had more shine flips that were better than some of the ones he had at Nome. So like he doesn't, just unlimited bars with him. He's just, yeah, I would have Nitty over Yoshi.
Yeah, me too. Ryan, I can just move on from that. Oh shit. So you would have Official versus T Top. I would have Cortez versus T Top in a rematch.
Either
I
one of
would.
those matchups, T Top winning.
Yeah, I agree. I was just gonna say that. I don't think because I actually had Cortez beating him when they matched
Yeah.
up. He had an incredible first round. I think he got that second round pretty clear too, and T Top won the third.
Know why? Because Cortez caught T Top off guard. He thought that they weren't going to be going personal. It was just going to be an
Yeah,
exhibition battle, and
yeah,
that
for
was
the
the
app.
expectation.
I remember that.
And I
I
think
remember
that
that.
if Cortez had to rematch T Top, you done fucked up. Because T Top's not gonna. He's not gonna. The punches he pulled, thinking, okay, we're gonna be cool, exhibition match, we homies. He's not doing that now. You about to get that work. That is
Yeah,
be like revenge. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. No, I agree, man. We agree for the most part. Yeah, Cortez run stops in the second round, in my opinion. You would have officials run stop in the second round. So I ain't mad at that. Um. So yeah, so that means it will be on T Top versus Rum Nitty with a chance to go to the finals, man. Whew.
I would have Rum Nitty beating T Top because I feel like the best angles, the best attacks you've already used. You battled before. You had a powerful Walmart angle, the self checkout. I think you've used up like I can't see you duplicating what you did once before. Nitty can literally there's shit that Nitty didn't say versus you that now 2 years later I'm pretty sure he's gonna have a whole new 3 round. I'm not picking against Nitty like that's in that matchup. That just nothing against T Top. I think he's great, and I think he'll still have good angles, good material. But as an angler, man, when you've used something that powerful, I don't know how you recreate that on short preparation. Yeah, I'm saying I don't see it. I would have Nitty edging out that battle 2-1.
I will have T Top winning this battle. I will have T Top winning this battle. Now, as great as that angle was, and it was powerful, one of the big, I still have Rum winning that battle, the first 2 rounds. Me personally. Y'all can get mad. Y'all can get mad in chat if y'all want. But rewatch that battle. Rewatch the first round. First round was like both of their fill out rounds, and Rum won with just better quality. It took T Top a minute to get cooking. Well, you said you agree. See, okay. Yeah, he won the first 2 rounds. All right. And the second round, he left Earth. Yes, he did. So I feel like this will be a get back for Top. And I always think in a rematch, I kind of lean towards a person who probably wants to get back. Now, because of that third round, he might feel like he won the battle. That might be his mindset. But I feel like Rum, I don't know. I just feel like his material does stand the test of time, but you asked him to be Rum Nitty for 3 battles straight. I haven't seen him do that in a while, if we're being honest. Like, be high level Rum Nitty 3 battles straight.
Yeah, but you also don't have the same factors to see that. Like you're basing it on, let's say, Don Marino, let's say Holmesy, and let's say the battle before that, what was it, like C3 or something? Like okay, like
Drugs, I thought, but you might be right.
No, C3 because it was the Kings and Queens was after Drugs.
Okay.
So okay, let's say you're giving those examples right there, right? Those aren't opponents that would have motivated him. There's $100K on the line. This is the ultimate motivation. You talking about the bag? This is the bag. That's why I feel like we will see the very best Rum Nitty, because the opponents may or may not be there, but the bag is. And if you get to a point where you're battling T-Top, that is a quality opponent. That's more than a quality opponent. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. It's going to be close. I just think T-Top and also T-Top tournament experience. Not just UFF. People don't forget he was in the BET tournament too. Like, he knows what to do in these critical situations.
He does.
I don't know. And the thing is, he doesn't have to have a crazy one like Walmart to win. This a whole different battle. He just got to have enough use enough conviction to sell it to the judges. And I think T-Top is good at selling what he's trying to put out there. And I also think he's going to be back in his old T-Top bag with a little more street, a little more drug talk, like you seen him versus Easy do it a little bit. Like, I don't think he's just going to be angle heavy. I think he's going to mix it up, and that is going to be enough just to squeak by Rum, in my opinion. So I would have T-Top in the finals. You would have Rum in the finals. We move over to this side of the bracket. You got Prep going against who you have? Geechee. Jerry West?
Geechee.
Oh, Geechee?
Yeah.
Prep against Geechee with a trip to the finals. Who you got?
I picked Prep in my breakdown. I have Prep edging out.
You can't come back to the West. You cannot come back to the... Pack your bag, sir. We are relocating you to Alaska. You can't stay there. You can't stay. You got Prep over Geechee to go to the finals. Are you for real? Or you trolling?
Okay. At that point, I would. Again, if this
Lawyer called you the voice of the DMV.
The voice of the DMV, hilarious. Listen, man. Look. If Twerk was battling, listen, the winner of Twerk and Prep, I had them beating Geechee. Twerk, I felt like probably would have got a little more clear, because I don't think Twerk would have played with Geechee the way he did the first time. I'm not even saying he played with Gotti, but I'm saying the factors on why Twerk wasn't on his A game when they battled on the very first Caffeine event, you're not getting those same factors for this one. And I think Twerk would get the job done. Now, I have Prep beating Twerk. So, in my opinion, if you're coming up off of a battle like that where you beat New Jersey Twerk, you edged them out, I feel like at that point, man, being the underdog, which he would be again, going against Geechee Gotti, I feel like that works to his favor. I seen the underdog rollout work in the first two Ultimate Madnesses. I would go with Prep with an edge. It would be very close, but I would edge out Prep.
You still got Geechee's number? You still got Geechee's number? I just want to know.
Who do you have winning the battle, nigga?
You still got Geechee's phone number?
Who do you have winning the battle, nigga?
Because I'm telling you, you're going to have to delete that. You're going to have to delete that. I don't got Prep in the fight, but I got Twerk going against Geechee with a chance to go to the semifinals. I mean, a chance to go to the finals. I choose Geechee because this is where the polish and all three rounds going to matter. Geechee doesn't take a round off. Twerk does. Geechee also has strong second rounds too. People kind of don't really realize that. But watch some of the battles where the opponent has a strong first round. I think of the Big K battle. Big K came out hot against Geechee in that first round, dropping bombs. People's like, oh, shit. Second round, Geechee stopped playing with him. Think about the O-Red battle. I believe O-Red turned up in that first round. Second round, Geechee turned up. He does that. He's very, I guess the word I would use is resilient. And he's a marathon, not a sprint. So he might start off a little slow. But in the long run, Geechee gonna get that done. So I got Geechee over Twerk going to the finals against T-Top.
I think the only thing, and this is another reason why too, is looking at Gotti's recent work. He wasn't clean versus DNA. First round that was a very off round, but he also did the same thing versus Math. Now he freestyled his way out of it, but it's still noticeable. We still see that it happened. I don't think Prep is going to have those issues. Prep is going to have 3 clean ones. That's where I feel like you get to nitpicking. Because I think Gotti is clearly better than Prep. We're just saying who's clearly better than the other person. I would pick Gotti. I think Prep has the versatility in certain aspects a little bit better. I think he's a better freestyling rebuttaler. Performance, I mean, you kind of nitpick it on who you feel like is the better performer. I think Gotti's better, but it's just at that point in a tournament, different factors come into play. You're talking about this is now your third battle. You know what I'm saying? Your second battle in a row on short prep. And I think Gotti has a couple battles. I know Prep has one battle, I think like the day after or something after like the first round, right? But Gotti has a couple of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Gotti
has clean paper coming up next week.
He does.
And after that, he has another battle after that. So I'm saying those are the factors on why. Now, if Gotti did not have anything else on his plate but this tournament, I would not have an issue picking him. But I'm saying
wait. Geechee Gotti got a battle this weekend. He got a battle. Hold on. Let me go to my files. Hold the fuck on.
I thought it was just clean next week and then he had one after that. I didn't know it was
No. Geechee Gotti versus Wise Road Rage. That's this weekend. That's day 3, which is Sunday. Yeah.
Is that's a battle or is that a text battle?
No, this is iBattle on pay-per-view. Yeah. So wait, yeah. Does that damn, I just thought about that.
But I mean, if you were gonna be honest, I think Gotti is gonna prep for his first round matchup more than just respectfully. But that's why. Again, if you had a month to prep in between.
Yo, that's disrespectful to Riggs, bro. Why?
He says disrespectful to Riggs. I mean, shit. Gotti is one of those people who can handle that kind of workload, but we're talking about a tournament where every nitpicking scenario matters. If you're just talking about a regular battle, these are just battles he just has every couple weeks. Okay, it is what it is. But you're talking about in a tournament, those type of things to me matter. Now, if Prep is in a similar situation, if y'all could show me Prep has like 3 battles within the span of the tournament or something like that, show me that, and I'll go back to my pick. I'll revisit the pick. I know that he has 1. I don't think that anything after like this first round he has anything else going on. So that's why I would pick Prep. But if they have a similar situation where they both have the same number of battles in that span, I would switch my pick to Gotti, honestly, because I feel like, okay, well, now it's evened up. Now we got to see who, you know what I'm saying, at that point. But yeah, that's why I'm just saying, when I start nitpicking shit and I start looking at different factors, man, you can't have that many battles. Like, okay, so you got Riggs, day after, another battle. Then you're prepping for your next matchup for the tournament, but then you got to battle clean paper the week before. Like, to me, it's a lot.
Yeah, That's,
And I'm not saying Gotti can't do it, because Gotti made a career off of it. I mean, shit, when he battled Surf, I think he battled Head Ice like a week and a half before or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's like we've seen him be great at that, man. But
we have
tournaments have a different. It's just tournaments are different. They're not. It's not like your everyday battle. It's a different type of feel, and different factors play a part. So it's a close matchup.
I think I might change who I got going to the finals now, bro. I didn't know he had that many battles lined up. Shit.
That's the only reason why I don't have him going to the finals. Is that right there? If he did not have that, he's going to the finals to battle Nitty.
Face offs, I believe, is at 8:00 tonight, Eastern Standard Time. Let me double check. Because Britt asked that. Yeah, 8 p.m. UM3 face offs. Yes. So yeah, and for those who ask where to fill out the brackets, it's on the Woo box, not Wood the box. That's my mistake. Woo box, WOOBOX. Damn. I'm gonna stick with Gotti going to the finals, but now it makes me change who I got winning the finals. I'm gonna go with T Top over Geechee.
So you would have had Gotti winning the finals if he didn't have all these battles.
Yeah, man. I think at some point he's talented enough. Like, you know how, like, if you're Jordan or LeBron or whoever is a great, let's say you out on the night, you're drinking out on the night. Like, damn, bro, you got a game tomorrow. You out here drinking, but your game, your game, your first, let's say 2 out of 3 games coming up is against like the old Clippers where they were bad and like the fucking
old Suns,
the Suns or something. But you do that shit against like prime Lakers with Shaq and Kobe, you in trouble. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the gambles you can afford to take in the earlier stages of the round. You can't afford to take.
Fate, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
The Kings.
That's not that's unnecessary, Fate. We're supposed to be all NorCal here. That's very unnecessary, Fate.
No, Fate.
That's very unnecessary, nigga.
That was so hilarious.
That's very unnecessary, brother.
Funniest thing I seen in the chat.
There ain't no funny nothing. Watch yourself. We're supposed to be NorCal here.
Yeah. But yeah, my point is at some point it's going to catch up.
I knew Modesto wasn't Northern California. I just knew there was. I knew it.
Hey, shout out to everybody in Modesto.
Yeah, shout out to Modesto, man. Shout out to you know what I'm saying, everybody out there. You are a Lakers fan though, so you're a hidden character. I understand.
Yeah. Cool Whip said chill. Yeah, I forgot Cool Whip is from the West. Where you at again, Cool Whip? Let them know. Rep where you from, Cool Whip. He was a great caller the other day. Oh, Sacramento too. Okay.
Yeah, you from Sac. We from the same city. I'm just saying, don't disrespect my Kings, goddammit.
Yeah. So yeah, I got T-Top winning it, man. I think, and he's just such a professional. Like T-Top, I ain't never seen him come close to choking. Really. Wait, that's not true.
I would like to vote that we kick Imagine That Fate out of the chat, please. I would like to go ahead and kick Imagine That Fate out of the chat, please.
No, we keeping Fate. Protect Fate at all costs. And I like that logo that the Reds made for you. If you make that some merch, definitely send a shirt to your boy. I will wear that shit proudly on the show. Particularly on the Friday fix, just to make Nico feel away. But yeah, I'm gonna go with T-Top. I think it's gonna be a good
know what? You know what? I know why Fate's saying this, bro. I told you I apologize for the shot I threw in the battle I had versus. I told you I apologize. You didn't need to take it out on my kings. That was unnecessary, Fate. All right, we're even now. I don't want no more of these hidden shots. No more.
But see, that's the thing. We always say. I see somebody say, "What can Top say to Geechee?" Though we always say that, but as creators, there's always something to talk about. We say that every battle with every angler. Then we be like, "Damn, I didn't even see them get into that bag." Even if it's rehashing some shit that we already heard, I always say I don't mind you rehashing an angle if you got the opportunity to enhance it and make it better. T Top is one of the best anglers ever. If anybody can take an angle and make it even better, it's him. So I like to kind of negate that. It don't even matter. I don't even got Geechee in the final four, says Jaleesa. Disrespectful. Who you got? Who you got Geechee losing to early, Jaleesa?
Very
Let the people know.
disrespectful.
Who you got Geechee losing to earlier? The face-off gonna be longer than Aretha Franklin funeral. Aretha Franklin's funeral was long as shit. Yeah, Jaleesa, let us know who you got. T Top. T Top definitely a story maker. Yeah. And so I see it being a good battle, but I do see eventually Geechee just like running out of gas at some point.
Hold on, cool with man. You in Sacramento and you don't be pulling up to the Sacramento events out here? What's up, man? We gotta get you at one of these SAC events, man. Be lit out here in the city.
Oh yeah, man. Take him to a free game. Yeah, you gotta go to a free game event, bro.
Get you at some events, man.
Oh, you say I came to PNR, bro. Okay.
Okay. When was the last PNR one? Was that might have been like pre-quarantine. Okay.
Wait, Jaleesa said I got him. How you got him? Like they not on the same side, Jaleesa. Official. If you got him lose to official, that's in the finals. That's the only way they'll meet.
First time tuning into the show. Fire. Jimmy P. Newton, appreciate you, sir. Appreciate
you. We do this every Friday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Definitely be if you want to become a regular here, just tune in, subscribe to the channel if you want.
Okay, yeah. I know who that is. Shout out to Keith Brown. I know who that is. That's what's up.
Oh, okay. But yeah, Jaleesa, I don't know if you can see the bracket, but officials on the left, Geechee's on the right. So they would have to the only way they would meet is if they was in the finals. Oh, you said, I got him losing the swamp then. Okay. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, I said I would have probably had Swamp with the potential to edge out Geechee if they battled. So I'm not mad at that one. But if you're saying like Jerry West, no. Yeah. I think the matchups play a part because every matchup is different. Like a Jerry West versus Geechee is not the same thing as a Swamp versus Geechee. Twerk versus Gotti is not the same. Like certain matchups bring different variables, and then you got to also take into the schedule. Gotti has a schedule of battles.
Yeah. I forgot he had so that kind of.
That's the only reason why. But I think when you get to the finals, actually, you have a month, if I'm not mistaken, or is it still 2 weeks?
It's like 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Okay, so you get a little bit longer, but yeah, it's just like I'm saying, if y'all could show me that Prep has the same amount of battles in like succession over time, I would switch my pick. Seriously, I would, because that's the only reason why I get to nitpicking is because of that. You know
Flavor said Gotti gonna cancel some of the battles. Gotti that ain't his kind of MO though. That ain't kind of that's not.
Gotti give quality performances, man. He don't be doing.
Yeah, he ain't gonna cancel those. Somebody as far as Juwan asked me about Wiz Khalifa and Soaring Eagle, I've been to a couple of his concerts. You know, back when in his younger days.
All right.
I'm good.
Finals, because we spent a lot of time talking about that one. Finals, you had T-Top.
Yeah, I got T-Top over Geechee.
And then I had Nitty in the finals versus Prep.
Mm-hmm.
I got Nitty winning that.
Okay, yeah. I'm not mad at that though.
It's not. I hate that. I'm not even gonna bring it up. We ain't gonna bring no light to it.
I didn't say that. I said I'm not mad at that.
I told you I'm not gonna bring it up because it's just flagrancy. I'm not gonna bring it up.
I said I'm not mad at it. Nitty is a favorite, so him being picked it's not shocking.
To me, when I first seen the tournament, Nitty was I think Gotti and Nitty were my two favorites. to win. But then when I looked at, okay, Gotti got all these battles, I went to Nitty.
Reggie asked if Nitty and Gotti was in the finals, who would you have?
I would pick Nitty.
Nitty has to bring more than just punches to win. I don't think he does.
Because again, Gotti and Nitty battled, and I had Gotti beat Nitty, but I think that if we're talking about 100K on the line, we're gonna see a different level of Rump Nitty. Like he's gonna be way better than he was in that battle. Like to me, I'm not picking against Nitty in that scenario.
Ooh, I love the over under game. Shout out to Slow Gun. How many chokes over under 3 battles? You
In the
talking
first
about
round?
in the first round? In the first round, Gun? Oh, shout out to Hugh Petty in the building. Shout out. Slogan just said that, never responded. But let's just say it's the first round.
First round.
Let me look back at. I gotta look back at the bracket again. Let me see who are the candidates.
So in terms of who's gonna choke,
Ooh, under 3.
Under.
Ooh. Let's see. Jack Boy is possible.
I don't see. I'll just tell you all the people I don't see choking: T-Top, Official, Cortez, Drugs, Yoshi, Rum, Sirius, Casey, Prep, Swave, Swamp, Jerry, Geechee, Riggs. It would be between like Twerk, Jack Boy. There would be like the 2, but I don't even really think that neither one of them are going to. So I would say under for the first round.
Ooh. Yeah, that was a good question though. I'm gonna go under. I'm gonna go under 3. Jack, Twerk. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, Cortez have slipped up sometimes too.
Now, if you would have said stumbles, there's a few people on this card who be stumbling.
Yeah, but choking though, that's the one.
Yeah, I would only have. I don't. For the record, I don't have anybody choking at all in the first round. I think everybody's going to be on their A game. But if we're saying who would I expect to, maybe Twerk and maybe Jack Boy, that'd be it. But even Jack Boy, I don't even think Jack Boy would. I mean, it's like maybe 1 or 2. But I'm saying there's going to be none. I don't think there's going to be any. I would be shocked if niggas is just out there fucking up the bag. Like there's 100. You telling me $100,000 is on the line and you're gonna pull up with less than 100% preparation? You gotta be fucking kidding me.
It can happen.
It can, but come on now, bro.
If you choke, does that mean you automatically lose? Not the battle, but you lose the round to me.
Okay, so that kind of brings up the
yeah. Let's tie into the shit. Yeah, that was a Jaleesa, you should be Jaleesa. You want to be a guest host on the show? That was a perfect segue.
Listen, man.
Perfect segue.
Minnesota Luke. Shout out to what I'm saying, Minnesota Luke. He was on URL Primetime. They announced the judges. He was on Primetime with Surf. And I think it was Jay Black. He was on there with Surf for sure. I did see Surf. But he brought up the point of when judging battles, if you have 2 battle rappers that first 2 rounds are 5 and 6 respectfully, pretty even. Third round, one person has a 10 out of 10 round, an all-time great round, and they're just murdering their opponent. Does the person who had that all-time great round get the dub in that scenario?
You want to go first?
Do y'all believe that there is such a thing as a knockout round where you can have one round that completely knocks out your opponent and it doesn't matter about the other 2? Do y'all believe that's the case?
There's no way I can give a person who had one hot round the battle. I can't do that.
Now, if that's the best round of the battle, where the scenario is your opponent brought, okay, let's just say 6 out of 10. Every round of the battle was 6 out of 10 except for that one round that was 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Every other round was 6 out of 10, though.
So you saying 6 out of 10 for both MCs?
Both MCs. And this person has a godly round. Top level, top tier round. Do you give the person with that top level round the battle?
I can't. No, you can't give them an extra round. You have to go back and try to break apart those 6s and see which Like which one was better out of those? No, man, this shit is boxing.
I
It's
see. I see.
round.
M saying it very rare, but it has happened.
It has happened, but it
I see.
shouldn't
I
have
say it's
happened.
a self checkout says Flavor.
Yeah, but he was.
Deluxe rule. I don't know. Well, I
That,
don't know because I always ask the
that
question.
might be that is the Lux rule though.
But I'm not gonna
That's
lie. But I'm not gonna lie. Like when we really talking about that battle, and this is
who
where I
called it that?
always
Who called it that? Was the who
cool
called it
with,
that?
cool with.
Cool Whip.
But see,
Hey, copyright
here's
that.
my
Copyright
thing
that.
though. I always ask niggas, do y'all really think that second round was close? Like I always have to go back to that because when you talk about, because when you say the Lux rule, you're only talking about he choked in the first, he had a godly third, so you're really talking about the second. You're only talking about the second round because the third round is not debatable. Do you really think that round was close? That's why I always want to ask people, do you really think the round was close? Like, I would love somebody to do a watch and break down a close second round. Somebody please do that.
I got Lux winning the second.
You think
It's
it's
not
close?
So like Lux was like a 8 in that round. Calico, I would say, before the proctor and got getting booed. Before that, he was like a 7.5 maybe. But
I
then
thought Lux
after that,
round was strong. That second round strong, man.
strong 8 is strong. That's not.
I
That's
like I would say his third round is a 10. So if that's 10 out of 10, his second round was like the highest it could be.
You better not give it a 9.5 or some shit.
8.5, 9.
Well, we splitting it. If you got an 8.5, I got an 8. It's not a far stretch.
But I'm saying, dude. In my mind, Calico round was not an 8 out of 10.
I didn't say it was.
No. You said 7.5, but I'm saying there's separation though. It's kind of
I feel like it's
separation.
pretty clear, but it's not like overwhelmingly clear. If that makes sense, it's like
You said watch
it's
Minnesota Luke's breakdown about that battle. Yeah, I think I've seen that shit before, probably a while ago. But I'm just saying, like, if we're using like the knockout term, I do believe I will.
Yeah,
say
that was
this,
whack. Bum. That was whack.
I do think there have been knockout rounds of battle rap.
But I wouldn't call it the Lux rule. There was a battle before that. I would actually call that, and people might hate them, but that might be the math rule because math and Rex is where that shit was highly debated. That math won that battle solely off of that third round.
Yeah, I agree.
So
I used to debate a lot of people off that battle. I remember the old chat rooms and the
yeah. So I might call that the math rule, but cool with bro. I like that terminology. I'm against that though. I'm call me traditional. Because I judge it like boxing. Like just because you got a 10-8 round doesn't mean the other two you didn't lose. Like I don't sweep those under the rug. You lost those rounds. You lost. Mike P just had one of the rounds of this era versus Danny. I still get that battle to Danny though, but a lot of people all like, yo, how can you get that battle? Mike P second round was great. Like he went, but but the first two, the first and the third round still had to happen.
But scenario,
after Mike P.
Give a scenario where the first two rounds are razor's edge close, and the third round was just or two of the rounds, no matter what placement they are, but two of the rounds were razor's edge close, and one round was a blowout. It was just phenomenal round and a clear body bag round.
2 rounds was razor close.
Mm-hmm. I'll give you the example of Hitman versus Verb. I give you Hitman versus Verb. Recent history, I would go B-Dot versus Saga.
B-Dot versus Saga is a good one.
The Hitman and Verb one to me, because I always used to argue that Hitman won the first 2 rounds. I was like, I know Verb had that incredible third, but when he had that third in the best moment of all time in battle rap,
we just watched one with you on West to Watch, Dot and Fate.
Yeah. But I think that, I'm saying, I think that the second round in that battle there was a little more separation. But I'm saying, like, if it was legit, like, even, and you had to start Like to me,
Well,
I've seen matchups where like that. I'm telling you, the Verb and Hitman battle. I'm telling you, going into the third, I was like, bro, I have Hitman winning this battle. I have him up 2-0. The third round happened,
just
and I started
crazy to
questioning,
me.
that. Oops versus
That is
Daylight.
that's crazy. You had Hitman up 2-0 in that battle.
It was an edge, though. No, it was debatable. It wasn't no clear. It was very debatable. But I'm saying when the third happened, I was like, damn, I don't know if I could have Hitman winning this battle. That I'm saying there have been rounds like that. But this is what I would say to answer what Minnesota Luke's question was. Your round has to be top 5 all time to have that kind of impact. That's
Let
the
me ask,
only scenario I could see you
let,
getting that off.
let me ask you this, okay? Because I don't forget shit. I don't forget this. Now, people in the comments are probably about to be like, no, not me. But I don't forget this.
Talk about it.
Before everything really went down post battle, they were saying, yeah, this dude had a crazy round, but I still edged this other person the other 2 rounds. Who you think I'm talking about? Who y'all think I'm talking about?
Because you just said a post game rollout, so I'm like trying to think of who had a wild post game like scenario where they've affected.
There was a battle where the post game rollout made the battle look totally different than what I was hearing once that battle ended. Like, man, that was a crazy round, but I still edged this guy 2 rounds. Who do y'all think I'm talking about? Because my question is, Surf, Danny, nope. Nope. Y'all ready? I'm gonna just say it. Audi Boom versus Big K. We forget about them other rounds that Audi did win. The consensus out of that, I watched my timeline. People edged it to Audi. That was his return battle. They liked his material.
The reason why
Hold
that
on, let me act. No, because
go
I got a
ahead,
question
go
for
ahead,
you.
go ahead, go ahead.
If those 2 rounds were the first and second round, and Big K had that as the third round, let's say we had Audi Boom already up 2-0 going into the third. Does that Big K round, is that one of them type of rounds that'll just negate all of the wins that the 2 rounds that you gave Audi Boom for the win?
So I would say this. I understand that example. And
Britt said she had all the
and after the battle is where we got verification, and then it became what it was. The reason why I can't use that as an example, I wouldn't use an example, is because that goes into a different territory. That wasn't a regular battle rap round. That wasn't exposing you as a snitch in street culture. And it doesn't matter what you did in the battle at that point. Once you have been, it didn't matter if Big K chose to choke the next 2 rounds. Adi Boom did not win you can't. Once it's verified, it does not matter what you said. The battle is done. There's 1 round, it's done. There's nothing. That's the only reason why I would have to negate that point, because it's not like a regular battle rap round where you were just superior rapping and bodied your opponent in this round, but the other 2 were close. I'm saying that had factors outside of the battle on why it was what it was.
Okay. This is a good discussion.
But I will say there have been all time, like, okay, Verb Hitman, that's one. I would say
Britt said Audi Boom won the battle with Big K won the war.
he didn't even win the battle. Like, I understand what you mean by that, but he didn't win the battle. Like, there's no winning in that. Like, he's lost a career. It's his life's on the line. Like, it's just different circumstances. But I understand what y'all are saying. I trust me, I definitely understand what.
But
y'all
she's
are saying.
the one who had him winning, like, after the battle. Before, that's what I'm saying. It's like there's a space before evidence was shown that we just took what Big K said as just like a really great angle, not knowing that it was that true to that degree. So hindsight is 2020, and we are allowed to change our minds. I don't know why people think they have to be stuck to a decision that they made in the moment. So now it's just, I don't know. I just felt like that's a battle that.
But I'm gonna be honest. Me personally, when I heard Big K's angle, just me personally, I didn't need to wait until after the battle.
Confirmation.
I didn't need confirmation because, for one, you got to take the person into account who's presenting the information. You look at Big K, they ain't really had nothing that wasn't thorough about him outside the culture, so some credibility behind him. And then you're talking about bringing in paperwork. There's just no way you're gonna bring in false paperwork like that. That you got to look at the person. You got to look at the scenario. Like, you're not bringing in fake paperwork and pass it around and then you highlight. Like, it was a lot of thought going into that. And then if you even go back to some of the interviews, like Big K had told him, like, oh, you got some nerve coming back to the culture. That kind of told me, that kind of had me like, wait a minute, what you?
I forgot he said that. Yeah.
Yeah, when he said that, that kind of made me think. I was like, wait a minute now. Okay, he might have something because that's very specific to say. Yeah, I'm saying. So, but I get that example, but I would always go back to Verb and Hitman. I will always go to like B-Dot and Saga.
When the last time you watched Verb and Hitman? Because them rounds ain't that close.
The last time I watched it fully all the way through, because I go back and watch the third, Verb's third, and I go back and watch is it Hitman's?
Like Hitman's second wasn't that
it was
crazy.
Like Hitman's first, the J.R. Smith, the remix, because that was the first remix in the first Showtime, that battle.
Yeah.
So I think it was like Verb's third, and I think like Hitman's first. I think I might have been like a year and some change ago. But I haven't watched it recently. But that's always been a battle that I remember in the moment when I first seen that battle. I was just like, I had Hitman, Verb rapped the third, I got Verb. And I'm telling you, that's honest to God truth. That's how it felt like that. And it just...
Yeah. I would be pissed if I was an MC. And I'm just talking about in this judging scenario. Since Luke brought it up, now my mind is he going to judge with that same like theory? Because if he's judging with that theory, I will not be pleased. I'm saying that right here on record.
I will say this though. The fans go by that logic. So if we're talking about what the fans and the culture feel like, the fans and the culture definitely feel like if there's 6 rounds in a battle, you had the best round of the battle, the other rounds were not good, or they were average, or they were forgetful. But you had an amazing round. You got the win off that alone. So the fans definitely have that opinion. So to me, when I look at certain shit like that, like fans low-key do be driving the narrative of the culture. So I feel like there's going to come a day, I'm telling y'all right now, eventually there's going to come a day where this round by round system is not going to be, it's not going to be here.
And
because
that's the day
it's moving in that direction. I'm telling you, like
I'm gonna stop watching battle rap if we do it like that. I'm telling you that now.
Because I'm looking at it like an overall, like a fight. Okay, you know what I'm saying? You was okay. Let's say like a street fight. You get into a street fight with somebody. This dude, you lighten him up. You are lighting this dude up, and then out of nowhere, he just swing one time and catch you, and he knock you out. You was fucking him up. His face beat the fuck. He looks hard. He looks like he just got beat up. He caught you one time though, and slept you. Who won? That's a lot of times when you look at a battle. Like you might have been firing on me. It's close. It's a dog fight, but I got that one hit, that one blow that it changed the game. Certain battles are like that. Now those are anomalies. Those are not the consistency because I don't see a consistency of that. However, I'm telling you, the culture definitely has viewed people like that, where you had one great round and it changed the way they looked at that battle. It's definitely happened. You know what I'm saying?
It definitely happened. I'm just gonna always be with, I gotta credit people who put a little more in each round as opposed to one who loads the clip. Because you know why? Because I feel like even with your analogy,
it's like basketball. Talk that shit.
Even with your analogy is good, but I feel like if it's going to be that way, it shouldn't matter what round it's in because the person I always nitpick with is Suge. I always say his first round be outstanding, his last two be It's because it's in the first round. A lot of these third round guys like Math's situation. Mav third is the lasting impression, so it feels different. So if whoever goes by that theory, it shouldn't matter where the round is placed. If it's a knockout round, because if that's the
Oh,
case,
you brought up a good example.
huh?
You brought up a good example. Suge.
What?
Suge and B-Dot. That's recent. B-Dot was winning the battle going into the third. He won the battle already. Third round happened. B-Dot has a great angle. Crazy angle. Breakdowns, crazy, everything. Suge says bed Pan African. Now people are split on the battle.
That bar was not that crazy to me. It was
No.
good.
To you, it might not be, but to the culture, they're all bad Pan African. Oh my god!
Bad
I'm
Pan
telling you,
African.
this is what happens. I have B-Dot winning the battle clear, but people
B-Dot
will tell
won.
me no, it's debatable.
All right.
I'm just
Well,
telling you that's how.
no, I know.
Certain
That's where we
moments in rounds work where
that's where we
it
headed.
just
We're headed there, and
I see it, man. I don't think it's anybody's fault. I just think that's evolution, man. Everything evolves. You know what I'm saying? At one time, if you choked or stumbled, bro, you lost. In tournaments and in fight, like you stumble, you done. And I think, to be honest, I would like it to go back to that for tournaments. I think if you choke or stumble, you're done. Death penalty. You lost the battle. I would love to see that for tournaments. Because now we're getting a certified winner. You didn't fuck up. You were on your A game. You prepared the best. You learned, I feel like you should. I don't like you're gonna have somebody who stumbles all the way through a round, or they choking left and right in a round, and then well, they had a great, you know what I'm saying? Like I would, like, in tournaments, I would love to see something where if you choke, you're done. That's it. You lost. I would love to see that for tournaments. I would love to see that.
all right. Well, we're gonna leave it at that. If you choke, you're out. I agree. I'm cutthroat like that. So, but yeah, we're gonna leave it there, man. He has Romney winning it all. I got T Top winning it all. Two solid picks. We did pick, I guess, some two out of the four that you would be considered the favorites, which is fine by me. It wasn't by like design, just looking at how the bracket was set up. Um, and that's it, man. We can't wait. Pre-show and post-show tomorrow here on Caffeine.
Mm.
I will be what's 3 p.m. Eastern start time for the actual show, the actual Ultimate Madness 3. So I will be on at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I like to kick it with y'all for like an hour before the show. After the show, the post-game show, I'm gonna do some call-ins. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk. I want to talk to the people. Yeah, it's gonna be a call-in post-game show. So I'm
Hey,
happy to call in and hear your thoughts.
I didn't prepare for a pre or post show for my own Caffeine channel. But I would just like to say, if you guys have not already, make sure that you guys do follow me on Caffeine NicoTV. I am going to be live streaming pretty much every day of the week, except for like the weekend. That's event weekends, and you know what I'm saying, we kind of play it by ear. And
Yeah.
I'll probably set up pre and post shows as the tournament kind of progresses. This weekend I don't have that. I do have on this Sunday. I do have.
Let them know.
There's an event out here in the West Coast League, West Coast Elite. Shout out to SO Finesse, Sistar Outspoken, my guy G Will, Nino, Beast Gatlin. They have a league called West Coast Elites. They put together a card, Gutta Lane 3, Will's Way. And pretty much they put together a collection of West Coast dudes to battle. They also got people coming from out of town to battle as well. There's a lot of out of town matchups in different forms. I will be live streaming on Sunday the entire event here on Caffeine. So if you guys want to tune in via their YouTube, go to West Coast Elites on YouTube. Follow, subscribe to their channel. I will be live streaming it here for the people. We are going to watch the whole event here.
And he got permission to do it, so it's not
Yeah.
like he just sneaking. Like he talked to the people throwing the event. They said, "Go right ahead. You should stream it on Caffeine for the people." So please, and I seen Britt say she ain't even following Nico. She about to do that now. All of y'all, please show this brother love. He will be showing battles for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Without no payments, just streaming it
Yeah.
on Sunday, man. Show that brother. Show my brother some love, man.
sidebar too with that. Just to kind of give everybody a sense, I'll put it in my description. I gotta update my description so you guys can know. Mondays, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern is my radio show, Peel Your Cat Radio. It's a West Coast radio show. Basically, it's the official radio show for the West Coast. So it's the most uncut show in battle rap. We talk that shit about everything in the culture, and we bring it back to the West Coast as well. So tune into that. Shout out to all my co-hosts to be up on there. Tuesdays, that is the NicoTV podcast, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. Wednesdays, West to Watch, where I go back and watch the dopest battles from the West Coast. We got a lot of battles that I'll be watching. You guys tune in for that. Thursdays, that's more of a day I'm reserving for specific content because certain narratives get pushed throughout a week, and we got to have the right rollout leading into these events. And then Friday, of course, you see me on a Friday fix. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see me on a Friday fix. But Thursday is definitely like that prediction day for me where I'll be doing predictions and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Tune into his content. Like, all his socials is literally right here on the screen. I know y'all see it. I know y'all see it.
Yeah. YouTube, NicoTV, Caffeine, NicoTV. The radio show, it's basically I upload it to YouTube and I stream it here on Caffeine. It's called Peel Your Cat Radio. I started off on Blog Talk with it, then evolved it into Discord. Now I'm evolving it to a visual show for Caffeine. So, we always try and take, those steps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, follow him, man. And let him know where you followed him. Like, yo, I seen you on a Friday fix.
I told y'all I was working my ass off to get back on Caffeine. Last year I was on it every day. Y'all see me hours every single day. I'm getting back to it slowly but surely. I told y'all I'm back. I done got the right equipment for the job.
Yeah, he here. He active now.
What's Nico's thoughts on K Philosophy? K Philosophy is fire. You know what I'm saying? I think he's dope. The Mad Flex battle, I thought he did take an L. We're definitely going to watch that pretty soon on West to Watch. Might not watch it this week, maybe the week after that. But I think K Philosophy is very dope, man. He's definitely somebody who he's a very good rapper, and I think he's underrated in the culture. But yeah, man, him and Mad Flex had a good battle. I just think Mad Flex might have edged him out. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. All right. Yeah. As for me, like I said, pre and post show here tomorrow. Pop up, have fun, give your predictions. I'm gonna have some of y'all call up too, because when y'all be wrong, y'all don't come back at the post show and call up and be like, "Damn, I ain't see it." I be the only one taking the bullets when I'm wrong. Y'all got to call up tomorrow.
I'm gonna be. Hey, look. Just for y'all information, I'm pulling up to the post game show.
Pull up.
I don't know if it's gonna be visual, but I'm gonna be there.
Yeah,
because I'm telling you right now, if my bracket. Because this is a completed bracket. I got a video on my channel. I did a whole completed bracket. I put the visuals.
How do you call in? I'll be having a number on the screen. So tomorrow you'll see the number. Because I do a battle rap call-in show every Tuesday. The number be on the screen.
If I lose out on a chance to win $10,000 because one of these Negroes chooses to be a hidden character the day of the battle, I'm going to be sick.
Would you say real sick?
In the fucking show immediately.
All right, man. You get it?
Show.
Get it real sick because,
the show, you hidden character, you.
All right, Jersey. All right. So we going to end the show there. That was fire, man. My time is awesome, man.
Your timing is terrible. That was disgusting.
So, appreciate all y'all, man. Y'all know I got so much love for y'all pulling up. Y'all can be doing anything
Music
constructive.
Master, what up?
Y'all could be doing anything in the world right now, but you here rocking with me, and I appreciate that. And you rocking with us.
Cool, man. Appreciate that, man. Hey, Sacramento shit, man. Yeah. Get at me, bro. And on Twitter too. Please get at me on Twitter. That's where I'm at the most. NicoTV_. Holla at me, man. We in the same city, man. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of. Yeah. Well, you've been at PNR, so you already know what the scene looking like, man. Holla at me, man. We definitely get you to some more of these events, man. Yeah. R.I.P. to Shock G again, and man, just like. I can't thank y'all enough. I promise when I get some merch going, I got y'all, all right? Got so much love for y'all. My boy Nico, voice of the West. We out, and as always, keep it battle rap. Peace and love. Later.